I wanted to walk straight on through the red grass and over the edge of the world, which could not be very far away. The light air about me told me that the world ended here. Only the ground and sun and sky were left. And if one went a little farther, there would be only sun and sky, and one would float off into them, like the tawny hawks which sailed over our heads, making slow shadows on the grass. Shaped by the forces of climate, fire, and grazing, grasslands once spanned across Nebraska in waves. From the tallgrass prairies in the east to the shortgrass prairie in the west, and all the mixed grass prairie in between. Nebraska's grasslands provide a wide variety of services. Prairie roots, reaching deep into the soil, reduce erosion and sequester carbon. Above ground, the prairie's yearly bounty is grazed by livestock and cut for hay. The history of Nebraska's grasslands are deeply intertwined with the history of its people. Indigenous peoples of the Great Plains possess an intimate knowledge of the grasslands. Through the use of fire, they influence the movements of large herds of grazing animals. But as settlers moved west, much of the state's grasslands have been lost to the plow. What remains must be conserved. Nebraska is home to one of the most expansive grassland ecosystems left in the world, the sandhills. These grass-covered dunes have been kept intact by generations of ranchers who live and work on the land, all while providing habitat to a diverse array of plants and wildlife. The University of Nebraska-Lincoln has a long history of research in grasslands. Today, the Center for Grassland Studies continues that legacy, training the next generation of grassland researchers and managers.
The more I study grasslands, the more I figure out how interesting they are. Ranchers couldn't raise cattle without grasslands. Wildlife couldn't survive without grasslands. Rangeland systems are so complex and so unique, it's hard to wrap your mind around it because it's not just one piece of grass growing out of the ground. Like, that one piece of grass affects the whole rest of the ecosystem. Every time you go into a grassland, you see something new. You see how the grassland affects something else in a new way. I'm happy when I'm out here. Yeah, it just makes me happy.